Nathan Cox here. Here's another Pinterest project that came out pretty good. Now this one here is a little bit more involved than some of the more projects we've done, but it still comes out pretty easy, and really the level of difficulty is a little bit up to you. What this is a suitcase pet bed. I guess you call it a pet bed suitcase. I'm not sure which way sounds better. So what you took, you will take what we took was an old suitcase, okay? The old hardback ones. This one's actually from Samsonite. I think my wife found this one in a flea market there. You know, old suitcase, not the prettiest on the inside. But once finished, and you get just one of these little standard pet beds, you know, at the pet store or wherever. And obviously, figure out which one fits yours the best. And there you go. And our smaller pets, our cat and our Boston Terrier actually do like this bed a lot. And it's really cool looking. It's really unique. See, here's my cat here. I'll put him in there. Good, there's your cat. Okay, see? It works pretty good. Well, alright, so what you do is, first of all, you gotta split the suitcase in two. So basically, you're just gonna break the hinges off, but carefully, because you want to break the suitcase. So sometimes they're screwed in, where you can just unscrew them off of them. Other times, they kind of got these little brackets. So if you just take like a flathead screwdriver, kind of stick it in between the suitcase and the hinge, and just kind of work it, they'll pop off pretty clean. They did. There's the latches. You know, you don't take those off, they add character, but you can see where the hinges used to be. And I think those just pried them off. And how did we do this? I forget which order we did this in, because we did two-tone it. This has all been painted. So first, good thing to do is clean it up, because the old suitcase is going to be probably dirty, it's going to have grit and grime on it, so give it a good scrubbing, but not something that's going to leave any kind of residue. You know, maybe some, cat's making noises, some kind of, I don't know, Dawn soap or something like that. Get it rinsed real clean, make sure it's squeaky clean. And then using spray paints are really good. Start with a primer so it'll adhere better to the whole thing, and kind of just spray the whole thing down. And then I think I carefully, after it dried real well, masked off the trim and then spray painted the cream color here. And then I think my wife went ahead and painted the gray. Or to tell you the truth, I'm not sure we painted the gray. This might be the original gray. I think so all I did was mask off the gray and then prime and paint the main part of the suitcase. Yes, that's what I did. I'm looking at it closer. Now I remember. So I didn't have to paint the trim. So I was able to give it a two-tone color without actually using two colors. Just masked off all that natural trim that was on there, picked our color out, primed it, painted it. There you go. My wife did this beautiful thing right here. Well, we also masked this off and spray painted this in a hammered copper, the latches and the handle pieces here, and the log to kind of, you know, give it a much better look rather than the old rusty, chipped up color. And I took some twine and wrapped the handle. Now for the legs, that's pretty easy too. You can get little wooden accent pieces. Sometimes Lowe's or Home Depot will carry them by the dowels. Either by the dowel rods or by the stair balusters. They'll have these little pieces, or places like Hobby Lobby, Michael's, craft stores like that will carry lots of different ones. So you can pick out ones that are more fat and round. You know, we stick ones here that are longer, but they had a lot of character to it. We painted them first, and then we just got a washer and a screw and fed it through into the wood. Then you do want to slit a little hole in the fabric in there, because if you don't, the screw will grab the fabric and just kind of twist it all up, so that makes a mess. So that's how you put it together, and like I said, it really depends on how difficult do you want to make this. You know, the legs aren't too hard. Some of the painting techniques can make it more difficult than others. Wrapping the string around there, you know, add some glue as you go, do a couple of runs and some glue here and there, and a couple of runs and some glue. The dog's coming, I better wrap this one up. Guys, this is a cool little project. It comes out pretty nice. The pets do use it, and it's a lot more character than just some plastic dog bed or some other thing like that you get generic. It adds a lot of character to the room. So I hope you liked this project. We did. So please share this video, please subscribe. Thanks again.